Everything for miles and stop and hurry conversion Sean there's some champagne. There's Hawaii on Polishing, a quarter of and through the shows through the at the time. Yearly just cake power up was learned at the time and case shop. A dabble dog pussy the national units in the Conway. I was dog pussy and Slackers on the Swedish or fought in here. One hell of area her father. Policing for Sinn Féin is unambiguously an issue of state power. It has been deployed in the 6-county state to maintain partition from the inception of the Sea Constabulary in the aftermath of the World War I, and that has evolved through all of its incarnations up to the present day with the emergence of the RUC as a core pillar for the maintenance of partition and the division of our country. That, the Orange Order, the Unionist Party, the existence of the one-party state were designed to ensure that nationalists remain second-class citizens and that the prospect of change in Ireland, progressive change, was resisted and arrested on the basis of Republicans' ability to achieve those aims and objectives outlined in the proclamation, the Democratic Programme, which Sinn Féin remains well to do, along with the wider Republican diaspora, in terms of the achievement of independence and the struggle till its ultimate conclusion of attaining an Ireland equals socialism in Ireland, a new economic and social order. So let's be clear. Policing was and is an instrument of state power. It was and is an instrument to maintain the status quo. And our focus in Sinn Féin, within the wider Republican constituency, is to recognise that and go toe-to-toe with all of the aspects and vestiges of how policing is used on that basis. Used strategically to maintain the status quo, to maintain the experience of Republicans as second-class citizens, and to thwart the prospect of independence being achieved on an island-wide basis. So in the context of Republican strategy, we have identified policing as a site of struggle. And our focus in the course of recent years has been through negotiations to ensure that the issue of political policing is centre stage, and through a relentless programme of negotiations and the building of political strength, and taking our arguments into the nationalist population to effect a sea change, centre stage the issue of policing, the role of political detectives and the role in relation to the maintenance of this state, and popularise the argument and the analysis that what is required in 6-county terms is to break the power of the political detectives, take their power away from them, accept this as an instrument of state power, and if we're serious about the business of dismantling the 6-county state and creating the conditions where there is popular support developed and a momentum created to take us through the achievement of independence, that we ensure that the power of the political detectives and the role that they operate within this context is broken once and for all. So our job in the last period of negotiations, over the course of the last period of years, has been to set about the business systematically of breaking down their power, breaking down their influence, denying them the space, denying them the omnipotence and the power that they previously controlled. And it's apparent that incrementally, steadily, those who dominated in this state, just as unionism dominated, just as the Orange Order dominated, are increasingly being placed on the back foot, where their power is being removed and denied to them. And it's in that context where the present battlefield presently sits, where the prospect of negotiations having taken us to the point we are at, have now moved to the stage where the vested interests of the securocrats, those who have run the death squads, those who have run every apparatus of repression within the state, best personified by those who ran the RUC, and those who have moved from the RUC into the PSNI, under the auspices of a crime department and other names, where we set about the business of ensuring that they are denied the ability to continue to operate in the fashion that they have. Just as unionism has been diminished, just as the power of the Orange Order has been reduced. And the last pillar upon which the 6 county state is stabilised is the role of political policing. How does negotiations impact in that context? If we accept that policing is a side of struggle, and if we approach that on the basis of governing objectives, then we need to come to this side of struggle on the basis of ensuring that analytically we identify how they maintain their power, and analytically and tactically we start to deny them that ability. So beyond a no illusion, Sinn Féin is determined to end political policing in this state and replace it with democratically accountable civic policing. We haven't endorsed the PSNI. Notwithstanding the erroneous remarks of media pundits and others, the Sinn Féin position on policing is very clear. We have a negotiation underway. When that negotiation is concluded, whether it's concluded successfully or otherwise, if we move to the point where that negotiation is concluded, the debate within our party will commence as to whether we are in a position to assess that on the strength of the conditions created by negotiations, we are in a position to move to the point of ensuring that in 6 county terms, the final political power of political policing in the form of the PSNI has been set to the side. But policing has to be seen in a national context. This is a struggle about independence. It's a struggle about policing. So the Sinn Féin vista is not simply to see the power of political detectives in the north ended and removed. Our function, incrementally, strategically, is to build the political conditions and the political strength on an island-wide basis to ensure that political policing throughout this island is removed once and for all and placed in the dustbin of history where it rightly belongs. So that every citizen in this island not only has an entitlement to the economic and social rights, every citizen in this state and throughout this island, once independence is achieved, is treated equally in the context of everyone treated equally and cherished equally under the context of the proclamation. But to ensure that when we move to that point, policing becomes a function and a role in the service of society and communities, and not as a tool to maintain the status quo and to maintain inequities and inequality, the hallmark of what has happened in this state since its inception. The role of NI5 is integral to the current stage of negotiations. Sinn Féin's position in NI5 is crystal clear. There is no role, no function, and we will not countenance any role or aspect of role or influence or control or operational responsibility in a 6 county context. The position in negotiations at this particular point in time is that Sinn Féin's position in relation to the transfer of powers away from Whitehall to a functioning executive, to a designated department, yet to be identified in terms of a consensus within the parties here, must be achieved within a set time frame. And linked to that negotiation is an eradication of the role and the function and operation of MI5 in a 6 county context. If and when the negotiations take us to that juncture, then the debate will develop within our party as to whether there is any prospect of seeing that situation advance to a point where in the context of the executive and in the context of all Ireland, fully functioning all Ireland institutions, we can in fact see the role of political policing completely and irreversibly ended in terms of the Irish experience and the experience for Irish citizens. So our strategy in the context of negotiations is to move for a transfer